James Franco begging Hollywood, that went exactly as anticipated, with the media calling him completely insensitive, while writing backhanded articles that pretty much guarantee that Hollywood, it will never ever touch this man again. Now, the fascinating thing about these articles is they sound just like what we heard from a certain Aquaman starlet, with certain talking points that Aquaman starlet brought up literally being recycled. That's right, the very argument Franco is being asked to back up. Well, if he does that in a courtroom for that certain Aquaman starlet, yeah, it's game over. Career canceled. The guy, he is never ever going to come back, and he has to know that. Now, you and I, we're going to talk about this today, and I wonder, would James Franco actually realize that his career is over, that the man, he is canceled, there is no coming back, and the very talking point he is being asked to recite on the stand, that's the thing it's going to do him in. You and I, like I said, we're going to talk about that today. Crazy times, huh? Crazy times indeed. Oh man, so hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day. I hope you are doing excellently. And the thing we're talking about today, it is a reaction to an interview that James Franco gave. I'm going to give you a little snippet from that just in case you missed it, and then we'll talk about what happened afterwards.
Well, in 2018, there were some complaints about me and an article about me, and at that moment, I just thought, I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to pause. Did not seem like the right time to say anything. There were people that were upset with me, and I needed to listen. You know, when something like this happens, like the natural human instinct is to just make it stop. You just want to get out in front of it and whatever you have to do, apologize, get it done. But what that doesn't do is allow you to do the work to and to look at what was underneath, like whatever you did, even if it was a gaffe or you said something wrong or whatever, there's probably an iceberg underneath that of behavior, of patterning, of just being blind to yourself that isn't gonna just be solved overnight. So I've just been doing a lot of work, and I guess I'm pretty confident saying like it's 4 years, and
now Hollywood themselves, they don't respond. After 4 years, you understand you've been canceled, and they have shill media come out and pretty much they tell him you're not coming back at all. James Franco's apology, it feels late and insincere, but Hollywood, it'll have him back. And that back, by the way, that's backhanded. Now, these articles, they contain many and many a talking point when it comes to James Franco, but one of them, it really stuck out to me. Why? Because this is the talking point that James Franco, he's going to be asked to take the stand about. You know, that idea, that accusation alone, that merits taking down someone's career. See, that talking point about powerful men, well, it came up within an article that set off litigation that we will see come to a head in April. It's April 15th, 2022, that basically it talks about certain incidents that allegedly transpired. One of those incidents supposedly happening on 05/21/2016. Notice the date on this footage here, 05/22/2016. This is a certain Aquaman starlet going and meeting up with James Franco. She's going to bring him back here in just a minute, but she essentially brought up his name on the stand, saying that he could indeed back up all of the claims that she had. He could say exactly what was going on. And that's interesting, considering when you notice this person actually enter the elevator again, yeah, none of that stuff, it's there. But hey, James Franco, again, he's being asked to take the stand and say, yep, I saw all of that. That indeed happened. Here, I'm actually consoling someone. I'm not an addict to the very things that I went out and said that I'm an addict to. And the craziest thing about this here is this not only undoes someone with some of the talking points used against him, but it undoes someone that we know is not the aggressor in this, that is an aggrieved party. We know that. We have seen evidence about it. And yeah, James Franco, he's being asked, hey, do that very thing to someone else. You do that and you do it now. Now, another talking point that's got to be hitting James Franco hard right now is this one right here. Apologies, they're meaningless. The person that's saying this, by the way, this is one of the people he ended up settling with. The media, they picked this up and they ran with it, and they ran with it hard. And you know what you don't hear? You don't hear Hollywood speaking up. You don't hear any of the people that were supposed to be his friends interceding on his behalf. You have no Seth Rogen's out there saying, well, you know what? I hear him. He did the work. That guy, he's a good guy. More importantly, that certain Aquaman starlet, the one that wants him to get on the stand, they've had nothing to say on his behalf either. They haven't helped him out at all. Now, I don't know about you, but if I was out there begging for my career back, knowing that I had been canceled, I couldn't get work for 4 years, and somebody wanted me to have their back, but they didn't have mine, I would not only be happy about it, a few inconvenient truths they might come pouring out. See, James Franco, he knows the truth about what happened on that elevator. He knows the truth about a relationship that we've heard about over and over again. But even more than that, he knows the truth that Vince Jolivet, he talked about. Don't know who that is? I've brought them up in other videos. This was a partner of James Franco, which is important because Vince Jolivet, he knew some secrets. But compared to James Franco, I imagine James Franco had an all-access backstage pass. See, in 2016, these folks, they share an office with the charity Art of Elysium. Why is that important? Well, the person that runs the Art of Elysium, they came out, they gave many a disclaimer talking about that certain Aquaman starlet and her sister, saying these are the things that truly went on. Well, Vince Jolivet says, you know what? We shared an office with them. I knew the sister and I, we became fast friends. We dated in the summer of 2017. And during that time, he learned a secret, and a powerful one at that basically backed up Jennifer Howe. It takes apart one of those incidents. And this is from somebody outside of that trusted circle. Compared to Franco, though, that information, that's just a drop in the bucket. Franco, he had a relationship all the way through the Adderall Diaries and beyond, allegedly an intimate relationship at that. And beyond that, he was there right after 05/21/2016, the day after on that private elevator. He could tell you exactly what was going on in that relationship. And again, these people, they didn't have his back. They allowed his career to tank. They distanced from him. And you know what? He has to be keenly aware of it after his interview. Anyway, let me know what you think about this, though. And as always, appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff work, so thank you. Want to help out the channel, by the way? There are links in the description. We could always use your help, too. But you being here, that's the most help of all. So thank you. Appreciate you. Till next time. See you soon.